Hi, I'm Barbara. Welcome to Mess to Yes. This is Chad from Dads Who Diaper.
Hello.
And he is here today as part of our series with dads to show them some fun ways they can be interactive with their kids, get their hands dirty, do some projects around the house.
Yeah, dads, you can get involved a little bit as well. So we thought we'd do something simple and easy that might allow you to let mom sit back and relax for a little while, and you can entertain the kids for a bit.
And I am all for that.
I bet you are.
I'm all for that. So we thought Halloween time, dads usually kind of take over the outside of the house. So this is a little bit sweet and just a little bit fun. Chad has a son, Wyatt, who is turning 1. So these are 12-month-old clothes. And we thought it would be really fun to make a scarecrow that is like a memento of the age that your child is now. And if you have older children, grade school age, they can make their own, which would be really fun. If you have like a bench on your front porch, line up your whole family. Let the kids make mom and dad. That would be really scary. Yeah, that'd be super scary for Halloween.
We'd fear exactly how those would turn out,
yeah,
but nonetheless.
But it would be a lot of fun for them.
It would, yes.
It would give them a voice. So we are going to make a tiny little Wyatt, who, ironically, without planning, sort of matches his dad here.
Go figure.
Kind of humorous. But Wyatt's mama like that. So we took a flannel shirt and some overalls and just put them together. Now, if you're using jeans and a top, safety pins are good enough. And we took some raffia because we're not going to use real hay, because the idea is you could make one of these every couple of years.
Simplicity.
Yeah. Well, simplicity, but also it doesn't rot. Like real hay hasn't been treated. This raffia has been treated, so it's not going to mildew and smell bad. You can put this into a container and bring it out every year and put it on your front porch. And they can say, oh my gosh, was I ever that tiny? Which is going to be a lot sooner than you think.
I know, it goes by so fast.
I know. So we are going to use this great, from Michael's, carvable pumpkin as our head. You could also use a burlap sack, but I didn't want any sewing involved here. So
Dads will appreciate that.
Scissors to punch a hole. It's a manly kind of thing to do, right? Didn't sew a bag. And yes, stick a stick in it.
That's right. It's that simple. I think so.
All right.
Done.
So that is the beginning of Wyatt on a stick. Sorry, Wyatt's mother. I apologize. I'm sure he's a very charming baby. All right. So for his face, well, let's do it this way. Next thing we're going to do is feed that through the clothes that we put together. Now, the awesome thing about doing baby clothes is they have the diaper opening. So everything can come right out through there. But you could run it down the leg of the pants or whatever. And then you're going to, I tied off 3 of the openings so I can show you how to finish this one. But we're going to stuff his body with newspaper and then make it look like it's really all hay inside. So I'm going to stick one of those in there while I get the hands ready. And you could do that through the neck or through the sleeve opening. All right.
Whatever's easiest.
Didn't I have scissors somewhere?
Yeah, they were sitting right there.
I did. Here they are. The scissor thief stole them. So while he's doing that, to make the hands and the feet, I took a bunch of raffia and I bent it over 4 times. So it was much longer than I actually needed it to be. Then I just pulled a length off that is long enough to wrap around and around. It's going to be our tie. Go away, raffia. We need you for hair, but not for right this moment. So we just put that right in the hand. Now, of course, I made it so bulky and we filled it with newspaper. It's going to be a little harder to stuff than it was earlier, but we just feed it right in there. And you want to hold that for me while I tie it off?
So, I mean, really, so far, we've had about 3 components to this. So it's It's super easy, and yes, even dads can do it.
Clothes your baby already has, and you go to Michael's and you buy the little pumpkin in the bins in the seasonal section, and the raffia is over with the dried flowers.
And usually this time of year, they're already parked right up in front anyway.
That is exactly right.
So dads just walk right into the front, and you've got it made.
Or, actually, honestly, it's really sad, but they're starting to fill up with Christmas. Tie this up, and they're already on 30% off sale.
So there you go, even better.
So race right over. So once we have that tied off, don't think of these as real little fingers. Just going to give him a little haircut so he looks like a scarecrow. So all that's left is us for us to make a super cute head. Now we're going to glue this with a strong fabric glue. And you know, you could even put some tacks into it to make sure it stayed up there well. And you really have to fill the body so that it doesn't just sag down on the post. We're going to put ours on a bench with some other pumpkins, but if you want it to stand up, just make sure it's well affixed. So, I guess we could do hair next. I'll talk about hair, and then we'll talk about the face, because there's a couple options. So we're just going to put glue all over the top of the head, and put a ton of raffia, and then we're going to give him a little haircut. It's not going to be fancy. It doesn't need to be perfect. It should be really kind of raggedy and scarecrowy looking. So we don't need to show you that. You're going to see the after results, but we're just going to glue all over the top, stick raffia on it. Now for the face, a couple of options. I personally am going to paint it because I think that will be the cutest. I didn't have the most confidence that you could paint it.
Oh, what does that say about
everyone at home would want to paint it, so I came up with some other easier options too. They actually have a bag of face parts at Michael's.
Oh, do they?
Now these are kind of scary. I mean, if you put this on your baby pumpkin, you'd be scared.
Maybe that's the look you're going for, though.
And, you know, maybe you want this. You want to try that for us? Yeah, you can put a mustache on your baby. That could be kind of fun too. But
oh, I like it. It actually looks. It will look well.
It's actually kind of cute. Right? Maybe he will have a mustache. But what I love is if you have school-age children and maybe they wear glasses.
Oh, perfect.
So cute. They have cute little blue eyes and little noses. And if you know of a place that makes face parts for felt things that are not quite as scary as these, put them down in the comments because everybody wants to know where to get the best ones. These were at Michael's, $4.95. You get the whole bag. We don't need the ponytails and the stuff. We just wanted the eyes and ears.
Well, and a lot of us dads aren't as crafty, if you will. No. So going with something like this, it's a lot easier to prep and have ready.
Plus, it's super fun. If you have all your kids making them, you just pour all the parts out in the middle. And maybe buy a set of googly eyes too, because the older kids love googly eyes. And put them in the middle of the table and let the kids pick. So we are going to use, well, all right. If you want to paint it and make it look a little bit more authentic, you could put googly eyes and then just a felt nose that I had here somewhere. And it's
it's right down there with the, right there it is.
Whatever. Here's a smaller one. I just bought some orange felt. And it can just be a little pumpkin-style nose. We'll show you all of the face idea close up at the end, you can see. And then you could just take a little bit of orange paint and, you know, make some little cheeks and draw a simple little mouth on. So several different options if you don't want to buy the big foam pieces. This is one piece of felt. And you can maybe even use a little lipstick or something to be the little cheeks and a Sharpie for the mouth with the googly eyes. So options for the face. So we're going to get ready and put this all together. Would you like to put some glue on the head?
All right. And then just on the front here or the whole shebang?
The whole shebang.
All right.
And we're going to glue it down. And then we'll give it a haircut. And we'll be back to show you some of the finishing touches.
I wish they had a blowtorch super glue gun.
So we decided to keep it simple and go with the kind of sweetest foam parts that we could find out of there. So Chad's going to stick a couple of eyes on here. Here's the second one.
Excellent.
And this one, it probably is a nose, but we're going to make it a smile because it kind of looks like a smile too. A little crooked baby smile, which are the best. I give him my nose.
Yep.
And then we are going to take him out and put him in his little pumpkin patch. And he is going to be the cutest pumpkin there. Oh, okay.
What was this before?
It was a nose, but it's going to be a mouth now. You just have to be creative. See things a little differently or a little strangely, as the case may be. You know what? I think that we're so...
Is that a life choice or is that just a design choice? Sorry.
Okay. We are so not bright that we could have peeled these off and stuck them on. That's sad. So you can make it even easier. Look how cute he is.
There.
All right. Put his hat on.
Here we go.
All right, so there's Wyatt, and he's going to go sit out in the pumpkin patch. Make it any year, any size, and, you know, if it looks a little scary to you, make the other face options. But I think he's super cute. What do you think?
I think it's fantastic and super easy. Clearly, I can do it, so dads can do it as well.
So happy fall. Enjoy.